it's Hetty, and here's what's cooking right now. What's cooking is gonna be this. I got these beautiful green beans at my produce stand yesterday, and of course I'm gonna clip them and clean them really well, get the stems off and all that good stuff. There's some that are on the same stem, and they're nice and fresh. And I'm gonna clean them, and you can join me while we cook them. Okay, and we might make these companion with the roast beef and may not, but it could be. Otherwise, it'll be good on its own with chicken or anything else you want to eat it with. So we're gonna make Southern style green beans. But first, I'm gonna clean these, and through the magic of YouTube, they'll be clean when we come back, and we'll proceed. I'll have my onion. I'll tell you everything that you're gonna need as soon as we come back. And of course, at the beginning of every video, whether I mention it or not, there's a list of ingredients of everything you're going to need to make the recipe. Okay? We'll be back. Well, hey y'all, it's Hetty, and today we're going to make Southern style green beans. If you haven't had them, you don't know what you're missing. Everybody makes them a little bit different. Everybody thinks they've got their own little secret recipe, but we're just going to make kind of a basic recipe. And as always, in the beginning of the video, you'll have a list of all the ingredients of what you need. What I have here today is I've got about 2 pounds of, I showed you these green beans earlier, and these are all cleaned and washed now, and I've snapped on. I saved a couple of long ones to show you. You just clean them, you wash them good, and you just snap them. There you go. That's how you do it. Snap, snap. Okay. These are ready, about 2 pounds of green beans. I also have 6 pieces of bacon here, and I saved the last. I'm gonna cut this last one for you, show you how I did it. I cut mine up. I just used my kitchen shears, and we'll do that in a second. But I've got 1 small minced onion here. You can quarter your onion. You can half it rather. You can slice it any way you want it. You can chunk it. I like mine minced, and this is how I do it. And here I've got the equivalent of 1 clove of garlic, 1 teaspoon of sugar. Gotta have my Cajun seasoning. I've got about half a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. I'm starting out here with about, between 1/4 and 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper. And I've got a half a teaspoon of salt in here. It was heaping half teaspoon. You gotta salt and pepper it to taste really later, but I do get it going with that. And I've got really hot water here, and I've got my love this. I showed you this yesterday. My Better Than Bouillon. This is my chicken flavor. I use it for everything. So, but I want you to know, I'm going to use chicken broth today, but you don't have to. You can just use plain water. Okay, so let's get started with our last piece of bacon here, and I let it sit out I take my bacon pieces out and I let them sit because they're easier to work with. So I'm just gonna kind of go in here. I usually cut them in half long ways like this, and then I just cut them up like that. Pretty simple, really. You do your bacon how you like it. If you like it crumbled even smaller, do that. Some people cook their bacon in the regular shape first and then cut it up. And you can do it either way. It's easier to do this. For me. That's just my opinion. So let me get this out of the way. Let me clean my hands real quick, folks. Okay, let me dry them off. Okay, so we have our bacon. So the first thing we're going to do is, I probably should have turned this on already. I'm going to turn my handy dandy new wave on, the one I love so much. We're going to get started by just throwing our bacon in. Let's get it stirred around on the bottom, get it going. I'm going to tell you, we're not going to have a whole lot of bacon drippings with this, but we are. And you know, if you're not Southern or whatever, you're not used to it, and even some Southerners, some of them drain their bacon. That's fine. A lot of people don't, because you You want that flavor, basically. So I'm not going to drain mine. I'm just going to add everything to the pot after I get this bacon going. I'm going to get my bacon going really well. And let me cut this up a little bit and get it going. But I'm actually going to get this bacon going. And I'm just going to add my onions straight to that. And after I get all that together, we'll throw in our spices and then our green beans and our water, and we'll go from there. So, in the meantime, what I'll do is while that's getting started, let's go ahead and just, this is hot. I'm going to take my water here, and I'm going to, I think we deciphered already that 1.5 tablespoons equals a quart of stock. And that's about what I've got here, so. See, this is just, you keep it in the refrigerator. And, oh, you can't see that. Okay, let me move my, this is, it's like this. You just kind of put it in. Like that. I need about another half. Then you just see, you just put it in your hot water like that. Then I usually just put my spoon in there and get all that off of there. Well, if it wants to come out, I don't think it wants to. We're starting to hear our bacon sizzle a little bit. Well, that's why I've got my handy dandy little spatula here. Alright. Let me move that out of the way. Put that in there. Get it off of there maybe. Okay. Alright. I use my handy dandy little Egbert. Love him. He's cute. I've had this one for a long time. And I just whisk it to get it going. Oop, I'm making a mess here. As I said in one of my earlier videos, I'm good at making messes. But I have 3 boys that are very good helpers. And they're really good at helping me clean up my messes. Alright, that's mixed up well. Let's just put that over there for now. Okay, I'm done with this. I wish I put that back in the fridge. Alright, so we don't need this right now. I'm going to move it back out of my way. Just check our bacon. We're getting going good. I could have used a different skillet, but this is good. I'm just going to keep it moving. Getting our spices in there. These onions will start to sweat with this bacon. That'll get these. See these? I don't know if the camera's capturing that, but you see these little bits of meat on the bottom. It kind of looks like it's kind of stuck to the bottom there. Well, adding the onions and everything, and then later on my liquid, that'll all deglaze the bottom of that pan. And then all that goodness and flavor will go through the green beans. It won't be stuck on the bottom of the pan like that, like it looks right now. This is getting going good, really well. And what I'm going to do here is let me just finish frying off this bacon. I'll get it right to the point before it's done, and then we'll come back and we'll add our onions. Okay? We'll be back. Okay, we're back. It's been a couple of minutes. As you can see, this is almost completely done, not quite. And you might can see the bits on the bottom better now. See that kind of brown looking? Looks not crusty exactly, but you see, I think it shows up better now. Anyway, this is almost done, not quite. But now, this is the time to add our onions. Get my stupid spatula here. Don't want to miss any of this onion. I just add a little small onion. If you like more onion, pay it. How many times? I've already said this several times. It's your recipe. You make it how you want to make it. Take what you like with this one and go with it. Change it. Make it yours. Omit the Cajun seasoning. And while we're on that subject, while I'm cooking these onions off, we're just kind of getting them going. I just want the onions to sweat a little bit, and that's going to help deglaze the bottom of this pan. But while we're talking about that, some people don't add the sugar. That's fine. I don't add any. A lot of people add like a tablespoon or so. I don't do that. But some people can omit it. You can adjust your salt, adjust your pepper, omit the Cajun seasoning, omit the garlic if you don't like it. This part, now you'll probably need salt and pepper for sure, but all the other stuff is optional really. You don't have to have it. This is my recipe, this is how I do it. And, but you know, a lot of people, they add either a little apple cider vinegar, not much, you know, a couple teaspoons. It does give it a flavor. I mean, it's good. It doesn't taste like vinegar like you would think, but it's really well. And some people like to add, you know, anywhere from a quarter teaspoon to a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Of course, if you want yours hot, you know, also adjust that to taste. That's all optional. But the only base thing that you really need is the salt and pepper, really. You need your onion, your bacon, your salt, and your pepper, and you're good. Everything else is optional. Everything else would be considered everybody's little secret ingredient. Okay, I've sweated these onions, and as I get my green beans in here and my chicken broth, that's about ready. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to add my green beans now. Just add them right to the pot, just like that. And now we're going to add our chicken broth in. I'm going to add our spices. Get that garlic out of there. Alright, we're going to give this a stir. Then guess what we're going to do? We're going to bring this to a boil, then we're going to simmer it. We're going to cut the heat down, and I'm going to give this a really good stir. I'm going to put the lid on. We're going to bring it to a boil. Then we're going to cut the heat down, and we're going to cook this about 2 hours. Yeah, we're going to cook it 2 hours, because that's the way we do it. You can cook yours less, but this is Southern style, so cook it a long time. Cook it till they're dead, as they say. And what we'll do is, I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to cut this fire down, and we're going to get this going, and we will be back through the magic of YouTube when these are done. Okay, through the magic of YouTube, we're back. And I want you to see these beautiful, beautiful green beans. They came out just like they were supposed to. Look at this. Look at that. I wish you could smell this. And how does it smell there, cameraman, editor?
Good.
Yummy? You ready to eat?
I am.
Okay, let's dish these up. And we're going to get them ready to go with that beautiful roast beef. We're going to also have a side of his plain mashed potatoes. And then we'll show you the plate. Got to get it all together. Do you see how the liquid cooked down there, folks? It did just what it's supposed to do. My trick is, you know, I did check on them about halfway through. I gave it maybe one quick stir. And after that, I left them alone. I checked on them to see if they needed any water or anything else, but they didn't need a thing. Look at that. Hope you can see that lip. You see that color? I hope you're really enjoying seeing that. So that is going to end this video on making Southern style green beans. I sure hope if you've never had them, you will try this. You will enjoy it. So until next time, we're going to show you that plate. I'll probably just put a picture at the end of the video to show you the plate. We got a lot more fun. If you like this, do me a favor, let's spread the word. I want to make more videos for you, but let's get that word out. So, like this video, comment on this video, please. If you've tried this recipe, please give me a comment. I'd love to hear it. Also, as always, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So, until next time, hey, enjoy this food, and we've got plenty of recipes coming up. Thank you again for joining us today, and I cannot wait to show you so many more recipes. Thank you.